Hi everyone, we're going to talk about writing project number 5. It is a rhetorical analysis, and that is a timed writing worth 100 points. This writing project is based off of San Diego State University's Writing Placement Assessment exam. And what that is all incoming students must take an assessment test to determine which English class they're in. Now, the essay question used to be something like, what was your most memorable job? However, this wasn't necessarily fair because not all incoming students had had a job at that point. So the college revised their exam and they decided to make it based off of something that was more useful and an activity that students would actually be engaged in, and that's rhetorical analysis. So what that means is that you are going to be presented with an article that you've never seen before. You're going to be asked to read it, analyze it, and then write an analysis of it. Except instead of just telling me what the text is about, instead, you're telling me how the author wrote it. So if you scroll through these guidelines, here are some general tips urging you to make sure that you do things like read the prompt carefully, make sure that you do some reading strategies such as annotating the article, make sure you do some pre-writing and brainstorming, and also make sure that you organize enough time to write the entire prompt and give yourself time to proofread it before you click that submit button. Underneath these ideas for how you can prepare for the exam is the actual essay prompt. This is exactly what you're going to see on the day of the timed writing. So it's 4 things that you need to write about. The first thing is you need to identify and provide a brief explanation of the author's argument. So you can think about this as a summary. The second thing you need to do is identify 2 persuasive strategies that the author uses to support his or her argument and analyze how those strategies might persuade the reader to support the claim. The good thing about this is that we've already talked about strategies, and you can refer back to our section on ethos, pathos, and logos to get some ideas about what rhetorical strategies are. The next thing that you need to do is discuss the assumptions on which the argument is based, and finally, evaluate the extent to which the reader would find the argument convincing. So when it asks you for the reader, we're talking about that target audience or that ideal reader that we read about in our textbook. So you want to make sure that you follow these directions carefully. Don't just simply agree or disagree with the author or just write a big summary of it. Instead, you need to focus on these 4 tasks. Okay, we're going to learn more about this later. Have a great day.